in time. You know what I'm saying? Everything come in time. But just remember, man, like my big brother Sincere said from a demon, you know, we have the power to rebuild and renew our history and make this great. Any chance that we want. It can happen any day. It can happen any day. You just got to put your mind to it and not believe. You got to know and understand. See, because when you know and understand, then you are a master. Okay? We don't believe. You know what I'm saying? We don't believe. We know and understand. And that's what we have to do as patience and cream. Yeah, it's not going to be peaches and cream. It's not. It's not. You're going to go through stuff. Each and every last one of us go through stuff on our own. And ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? One must go through the cycle of hell to come out right. You have to go through the cycle of hell to come out right. I don't care how long it takes. But that don't mean, hold on. Don't put that in our pocket and think we're going to use that as an excuse to stay caught up in six. Because, you know, my big brother Dumont told me, he told me, listen, when you pour in six and the devil see you that you don't want to get out of six, you're going to stay there. You're going to stay there. That's what he told me.
Say that again, though. What you said?
He said, when you in six and the devil see that you don't want to get out of six, he's going to keep you in six. You know what I'm saying? So that's the saying. I'm not pointing no fingers. I love all of you. But, you know, like I said, we have our good season, bad season. If you choose and want to deal with high explosive, that's what I call it. You want to deal with high explosive, you know, and things like that alter your mind and things like that. You know, you got to understand something, though. A lot of us say, oh, I'm not addicted. Oh, I'm not addicted. But you got to look at your ways and actions. You see, you got to look at your ways and actions. To say you're not addicted, but then you want to fight somebody or something because you can't get that substance or whatever, something's wrong. Something's definitely wrong, you know, but you're saying you're not addicted. And you are. But you can't master that, it's mastering you. You're supposed to master it, whatever it be. And you got the answer to that. You know what that answer is? Leave it alone. It's so simple. Just leave it alone. Well, God, it's hard just to leave it alone. It's all in the mind. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? If you need help, don't be afraid to get some help. That's another thing. You know, a lot of us are afraid to get help or being ashamed. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just drugs. You can be caught up in sex. You can be caught up in sex with women. Women can master you with the equator, the hottest part of her body. Okay? You know what I'm saying? She can master you like that. You know? I see my brother laughing, but I'm dead serious. I know a few brothers, I ain't saying their names and stuff, that called me and was caught up in cyphers like that. It ain't no joke. I mean, it really ain't no joke, man. You know, which brings me back to, you know, God, I'm telling me that Allah said you're in the real 5% unless you master the building story to bring the lost free cycle. And I didn't understand that when I was young. I'll be 55, and now I understand it. I got it. Why he said that. You know what I'm saying? Inside that lesson, it talks about a whole lot of stuff about the world, both man and woman. And it even tells you. So when you're walking around and you're seeing two people holding hands, two females holding hands, remember your building story, what it tells you. The sun and the moon have attractive powers on our planet. I'm for real with this. Word up. I show them through these lessons, through my everyday living. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say it again. The sun and the moon have attractive powers on our planet. So don't be surprised at the things that you see. And just because I'm saying that, it don't make it right that you see that. It don't make it right that you see that. Because then you got to go, we're going to go here now. Then you got to understand. You got the devil, you got a savage, and then you got a snake. Many don't even understand that. They don't. We say all these things in cultures, but you really need to understand what a snake is, what a savage is, and what a devil is. All you got to do is just look at it and pay attention to your lessons and draw it up. You know what I'm saying? A savage is what? A person who has lost all knowledge of himself. And again, the key word is a person. So if you see a God acting like a savage, that means he lost all knowledge. He out here murdering, killing, raping, doing whatever, this and that. He's a savage in what? The pursuit of happiness. You know what I'm saying? It's serious, man. You know, and devil. Look that up. You know what I'm saying? Don't take your friend. Look it up. Please look it up. Any dictionary, Google, whatever you want to do, I guarantee it's going to tell you. A wicked or evil person. It didn't say black. It didn't say Caucasian white. It says a wicked or evil person. And we know that. Common sense will tell you that. Where did the devil come from? There it is. Where did the devil come from? And before coming in physical form, it's here. How many times, all of us in here, how many times, I want to do this and that to him and stuff like that? That's the devil part of the mind telling you that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't violent. We ain't about violence. Allah ain't teach that. But again, we ain't no punks, though. He told us to say peace, but if you transgress against God, you're going to get the wrath of God. And I tell my earth all the time, this storm is a motherfucker, but the wrath of God ain't nothing to be fucking with. I would agree with that. Oh, and with that, I'm going to say peace.
Peace. All right, peace, family. The next speaker is going to be Imperial, but I'd like to take this opportunity right now to say a few things, man. First, welcome to everyone, man. We're honored by your presence here. All right? I'm God, Divine Prince of Law, and okay, I've been parliamentarian here for over 20 years. I'm also the secretary of the Law School and Metro Office of Cultural Management. Right? I just want to take this time, man, to, since we're on Law Mathematics Space Conferences, right, to say to the gods in North Carolina, we went to the Region 4 conference in North Carolina last weekend. All right? I just want to say we are eternally grateful. Myself, the Laws Mathematics, and the Law Show are grateful for the assistance and the love that y'all showed us when we got into a car accident on our way back in Roanoke, Virginia. Right? The equality is unmatched, I'm grateful, and I want to commend y'all for the efforts that y'all making out in Region 4. Right? A lot of good came out of that conference. A lot of ideas, and I am determined. Just like the days of Reed, we spoke about a determined idea. I have determined ideas myself on us going forward from this day. So thank you, Born Reality, Allah King Wide, especially the God named Black King, what was it? Black Child and Tashawn, right, along with Joshua and Tashawn, Law Brown. Thank you, God, I will never forget you. I just want to say, start off, man, that
Side of the phone, please.
I'm getting ready to turn it off now, pardon me, man.
Mute it or vibrate or something.
When I don't want to call, call. I'm going to take mine. All right. I just want to say, man, you know, many of our predecessors, man, did great work, right? Today we're supposed to be doing something for Lord Grateful Relief. Charbonne said that he was a minister of information for this nation. I also had a relationship with him because if you can remember Lord Grateful Relief, he always came to Parliament with literature that he gave away. I at one time did that as well with the Divine Principle. Right, which I intend to bring back as the Divine Principle Dialogue, hopefully before the end of this year. But I just want to say, man, it's always felt when the great ones leave us, all right? When those, man, that make the effort to raise our level of education so we'll understand what's going on, right? We feel they're lost when they're no longer here, right? But I always say, man, that God can't die. Allah lives as long as we live. Lord Grateful Relief, he isn't dead, right? It's the legacy. It's our legacy. that keeps us in mind for people. I am someone, man, that brings a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Not just because I stand in front of the Congress, because I do some work, right? It upsets me greatly that a lot of our history, a lot of our intellectual property is being lost, cast to the wind, you know? And I'm saying this, man, because you take the average young person today, in the city of New York, you ask them about the Young Lords Party or the Pamper 21. They look at you like what God said, like, you got two heads. What are you talking about? I remember the curriculum in New York City. You know, I remember Soul All Night, Man-Child in the Promised Land. I remember Before the Mayflower. You know, at least when I was in high school, this was part of the New York City curriculum. And I'm talking about in the mid-60s. You know, the teaching that they're receiving in these schools today, man, you know, have to also understand who they are and their position in life, or what their value is. You take away a person's history, like they complain about what Ron DeSantis is doing in Florida, but Florida's not the only state. You know what I'm saying? You got to see, man, that they're bringing it into a whole other vision or idea about themselves. You know? Then we talk about the knowledge of self, but what about the understanding of self? You know what I'm saying? Of who you are, your place in the world. And my thinking is that everybody knows something. You know, but what do you know? What value do you place upon yourself and your people? Right? You want to highlight the violence of young people today. Well, I can remember, man, coming up in high school, man, there was a lot of violence going on there too, against ourselves. Right? And we seek to bring about a society of peace through law and order. Law and order. You know what I'm saying? We're not a lawless nation. We have principles, right, that we seek for everyone to uphold. Right? We give you supreme mathematics and supreme alphabets. Right? That's first. Right? Then comes a set of 120 lessons. Many have the idea, man, that once you put that on cap, that now you're God. No, this is only the beginning. Your orientation into the show. Your ticket to the show. You got to put in some work to qualify yourself and call yourself God, because God is force and power. God is someone, man, that is able to transform the thinking and the actions of people. But first, we're going to be able to do that with yourself. You know what I'm saying? We're not here to talk about, like Shabon said, we don't talk about nobody. We don't go behind anybody's back. We give you the truth, whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? And this has been the standard I uphold. Now, in recent years, man, I take a real age that, because I used to get up here and spit fire, man. Sometimes I couldn't wait to get the fire, because I know I'm going to say something, man, that's going to, you know, incite you, it's going to cause you. And I come to find out, man, that a lot of that fell short. And it's been a period of doubt. Am I doing the right thing? But then I got to look within. You know, what is my intention for getting up here and building in the first damn place? What is my intention for linking on with the programs and activities of law school and Mecca? You know what I'm saying? What's that standing? Quid pro quo? You don't give something without expecting something back. You know, my expectations have been met 1,000 times over, because I work with a group of men that are just as determined as I am, man, to bring about a difference. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of backbite and back talk about what's going on at law school in Mecca. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be over issues of money and what we're doing. When I go by the school, I see nothing but a bunch of old men just laying around. But you're not there every day. What were you passing by in the car? Has somebody told you something? You know, we've had to do some work. During the pandemic, man, off the culture management, we came together, man, to make sure that the doors stay open. You're in this parliament today because of the efforts of a few of us. And I want to say, Allah Shah, right? He got hurt when we were driving back from Virginia. His jaw is wide right now. He won't be here today. But he's recovering, which I expect. But in the meantime, his 120 class that he gives every Saturday from 1 to 3, I'll take the responsibility, man, to stand in his place. You know, to make sure that the teachings go on. To make sure that our programs stay intact. You know, this is what I do, it's nothing for me to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, man, I've taught many. You know, some of the brothers that come here, man, y'all were 13, 14 years old when I was teaching. Now you're 40, 50 years old. Got children, grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? I keep it humble. Because I realize, man, that it's about us, not necessarily me. You know, I've suffered a lot. But my greatest joy has been, man, staying on course. To be determined, man, is that you stay on course. That you do not, man, get sidetracked. That you know the truth. And regardless of whom or what, you're going to fulfill your legacy. We all have a part of the role to play here, man. You know, we're not a nation of old men. We are a young nation. We got a long way to go. But I think about the future. What are we doing, man, to secure the safety and the prosperity of those that are coming up, man? Because we have children and grandchildren. And we damn sure want to have better than what we have received. You know? And think about how we're going to defeat these devils. The only way to defeat them is going to seat them from their seats of power. You know? And when the past we thought we could take them head on, we found out that that's not true. You cannot defeat them militarily. But you can damn sure come to the task with your intelligence and your unity. You've got to be united. And we've got to know what our goal is. Because right now it's scattered all over the place. All over the place. People want to add on, but they say, what can I do? What should I do? Well, you know, I'm not here to be a guide either. You know what I'm saying? I've come to learn that I'm not a guide. I am you, and you and me. And together, man, we are trudging forward. Progress has been made. If you don't think progress has been made, look at you. Look at you, look within. This is what we do. And of course, there's a lot of bad apples we gotta weed out. There are provocateurs around every corner. I don't doubt it. You know, I do not doubt at all. Because something that's coming in, man, to infect us and to disrupt our flow. Something, you know, we see it. We see it, man. I see it every day, man. 3/4 has now become 1/2. And things we allow, the things that we become so complacent about. I got a car, I got credit cards, I got a home. You can do that in a minute. In a minute. Right, after all, a neighborhood where I used to live when I was in Brooklyn, man. You know, the dam that burned to the ground last night. 50 families are displaced. Right? There's a young 1-year-old child that died last week. Because some idiot went to put fentanyl on top of the match and decided that the child care center. Now, if they don't go by, you see the idiocy of some people. You know, in the South, it's even worse. Like I told everyone last time, man, I've been watching the last 48, the Snitches Love Show. You see, man, young black men being given more than football numbers, given life sentences, double life. Some were followers, some never came. You were there. I didn't do it. You were there. So you're going to get just as much time as the one that did it. Unless, man, we stay on course and keep in tune with our teaching, not some of this newfangled pseudo-scientific garbage that's coming out of the mouth and minds of some people. Got a lot of uneducated food. You know, I know the work that's been put in. Some of the predecessors are not here anymore. They went through hell just to keep this together. It wasn't easy. We got a whole lot of them young men coming in now, just got 5 years, and you think you know more than the next man that got 40 years. You won't condemn because you drink a little bit too much or do this. But I know one thing. I know what I do. I can account for me. I can't account for you. Right? That's all I really have to say. I just want to say we are a great nation. We got a long way to go. And I intend to be here for the long haul. Because age is only a number as far as I'm concerned, man. I'm God Wisdom years old. And man, let me tell you, I still got the same fire and the same passion I had 40 and 50 years ago. Because I've been here just that long. Peace, God. Hey, next, God.
prior to the bill. What's important for me today is to talk about what's unknown. So, what's unknown to me in particular is whether or not everybody is satisfied with their life. What's unknown to me is whether or not everybody is okay with the way things are going in the nation. It's unknown to me if people want to take things to a higher level, which I would like to. It's unknown to me a lot. So, since I don't know everything, I'm here today. And so, what does this mean to me? What this means to me is that me and the guy Divine Prince walked over here from the school together today. And so, when the guy Divine Prince was building, I appreciate the guy build because I heard that the guy was listening to me from our walk over here. And it matched up with what he was saying on the walk over, and it matched up with what I was building on as well. We as a nation shouldn't have problems in our individual lives. And like I said, my parents is chocolate. They both technically handicapped, and I'm okay. So I can't imagine in my third what could be possibly preventing a person from getting to where they need to be in life. So it's unknown to me. What is known to me is that today I am here, and when I wake up into the morning tomorrow, the degree is going to be wisdom power. So then it becomes why. And so when you're dealing with why, you just pass on the unknown. So